Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome to Teach Tales. Many of my students always ask me, what is this Israel-Palestine issue actually about? So I decided to make a video and tell you what is this issue actually about and what it entails for the entire world. For more of such amazing content, I would urge you to subscribe to the channel and press the bell button so that you can be notified as soon as I upload a new video. If you geographically ask, the Israel Palestine conflict is centered right in the Middle East, primarily in the region known as Historical Palestine, which includes the present day Israel, the West Bank, and Gaza Strip. The conflict mainly involves two parties: the State of Israel, which is a very young state because it was established in the year 1948, and the Palestinian people who have been seeking self determination and statehood since then, because Israel, as soon as it was born, it engulfed the entire Palestine. Now there arises only one question: why would Israel engulf a state which was pre existing? Why would Israel take over Palestine and call its land its own? The reason for it is Jerusalem. It is a city which is at the heart of the conflict because the city holds religious significance not only for Jews, not only for Christians, but also for Muslims, which further complicates the issue. All three religions are fighting to get access, to get governance, and to get control of this particular state only because of the city of Jerusalem. So, how did all of this begin? All of this began in the late 19th century. Before all of this, Palestine was a Muslim state and it came under the leadership of the Ottoman Empire. At this time, the Jewish and the Christian states started looking towards Palestine because of the city of Jerusalem. As I mentioned, the city holds religious significance for both the religions. Jews were trying to establish a homeland in Palestine. Therefore, a key figure named as Theodor Herzl started a movement called the Zionist movement, in which he demanded to establish a homeland in Palestine, turning it into a Jewish state. The Zionist movement was going on in full swing when the First World War started in the year 1914. At that time, the British government also supported the Zionist movement, issuing the Balfour Declaration. This declaration was a political document which expressed explicit support from the British side for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. This declaration, this document added to the tensions between the Jewish and the Arab communities. First came the Zionist movement, in which the Jews wanted to establish a homeland in Palestine. Then came the Balfour Declaration, in which the British government expressed support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people. And then finally, after the World War I, the League of Nations also granted Britain the mandate to govern Palestine. And Britain opened the doors for Jews. So during this period, Jewish immigration to Palestine increased. The proposal given by the League of Nations was not accepted by the Arabs, and therefore problems started. So the United Nations decided to intervene and again proposed a better partition plan according to them in the year 1947. This partition plan separated the Jewish and the Arab states in Palestine. Jewish leaders wanted to enter the state somehow, wanted to govern the state somehow, so they readily accepted the plan. But the Arab states, they rejected it, thus leading to the outbreak of violence and war. And then came the Black Day. On May 14, 1948, David Ben Gurion, Israel's first prime minister, declared the establishment of the State of Israel. And a war between Israel and neighboring Arab states started. The conflict has continued through numerous wars, uprisings, and peace efforts. It has evolved over time with issues like the status of Jerusalem, Palestinian refugees, and the expansion of Israeli settlements. It's important to note that the Israel Palestine conflict is deeply complex, with historical, political, religious, and cultural dimensions. Different perspectives exist on the causes and historical events, and it remains a contentious and sensitive issue that continues to impact the region and the world today.